I might have a controversial opinion on this, but I don't necessarily believe that once you hit a certain age, you should still be throwing it all into the wind because you want to be a painter.
So what's the message then to your kids? You think you're
To
gonna...
my kids is to
No. Take
for that.
Take the example. So you're
Yeah,
45.
that's true.
Yeah, go for that. Well, I hate my life for the next 50 years, but you guys go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because
They're not
look
gonna
at the
listen
point.
to what you're saying. They look at what you do. The only
Yeah.
way you inspire them is if you hate your life so much and they decide I'm never gonna be like my dad because I hated his life. That's gonna be your message,
Right. Well,
dude.
not as solemn, not as. See, now you're going to extremes also in a way.
No, but that's most of America, dude. No.
I do
that's
believe
most
that's
of
most of
America.
America, yeah.
95% of America hates their life. But I think the 45-year-old with 3 kids has a responsibility to go off and chase down their dream and take chances. Yeah, because 50 years is actually teaching the wrong message. The next 50 years of you hating your life and knowing you could have done more and never took the chance, and no matter what you say to your kids, they're never gonna listen to you because they see you being miserable. You'll be miserable. And when you come home and you're miserable, there's no way you're a great father. If you've just resigned to the fact that this is your life, there's no way you're bringing the best of yourself.
The way you speak to entrepreneurs, people who have that ambition, and from what I analyze other entrepreneurs or successful businessmen and women. You mentioned that you had sold a business at 22, was it? That validated you, that qualified you for speaking. Say, in a general populist sentence, didn't it? Would you say
I validated
it did?
myself.
Okay.
You have enough.
However, showing up, having done nothing
You have
in
enough,
your
dude.
life.
You've done stuff in your life.
True.
You've done a lot. What do you want to help
That
people
was
with?
the need.
You
That
want
was
to
the
help
need.
people from 18 to 24? What did you say?
I would say 25, yeah.
18 to 25,
25.
what? Figure out their life?
No, I think understand. So there's a strength to organization that I think people don't understand, and it can just be a skeletal framework.
Great.
Of
You
how
figured it
things
out.
go along.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
You've done it. You've lived 18
Yeah.
to 25.
Yeah.
Right?
Poorly.
Great.
And in retrospect,
So you did it. So
I
you have the
know.
credibility. And you've gotten to a spot
Yeah.
that a lot of people, the 18 version of you looking at the 30 version of you would be blown away. Like, that's not possible.
Right.
That's your credibility.
Right.
You have enough. You have to validate yourself.
Okay. Honestly, when I was back in college, I would do public speaking competitions. I would do
But what's the
different things
path?
like that.
The person 18 to 25, what's the most, it's not budgeting. What's the most
Right.
important thing they need to know to fix their life?
Oh, God.
What's the core of what you're going to talk about?
The core, I think, is that you can really take a lot of chances.
Great. So take
within
chances.
that time frame.
No,
Within
no,
that time frame.
No, don't.
But
now.
you should have your shit together by the time you're this age. Like, I do believe that a lot of people in college think, you know what, right when I graduate, what I need right now is a salary, and I need benefits, and I need to be part of a company that I could grow within, and I don't want to take a chance on maybe starting a company or doing an ambition or traveling the world or whatever the case may be, because all my friends are going to be making 6 figures by the time they're this, that, and the other.
That's not your message.
Well, what my message to them, I feel like, is the point that your friends really won't, and you all are going to be running in the same gerbil wheel, trying to chase a carrot that you can and will achieve at some point in life, but that achievement can happen in a time span, like for me, happened between 25 to 30, and nothing I did before I was 25 had anything to do with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's the message?
So I could have taken every single chance
Yeah.
to try to make myself make what I wanted of my life between 20 and 25. And if all of that fell through at 25, I would still be in this advantageous position today. Because I started with 0 and many other issues to complicate that at 25 and grew it in 5 years. So my message is that time
I think
is...
the hedge screws you over. I think your message should be take chances. Period.
Now.
Yeah, take chances now, but period. Not because you're 18 to 25. It's super relevant for them because so many people who are 18, 20, 22, they're locked themselves in a career path that then they're stuck on, and they get the golden handcuffs, and then they're too afraid to ever jump off.
Yeah, exactly.
But the way to win that game is almost the path you're going. The way to that game is to be the old man, to be like 65 and then say, I wish that I did this.
Yeah.
And I wish I took more chances. Don't screw up. Don't be like me.
Right.
I suck.
Well, and I want to express this at an age when I've realized it and that I'm closer to the age range to say it.
But your whole thing is based off of, look at where I am now.
Yeah.
Because I screwed up till I was 25 and then I figured out my life and look where I'm at now.
Right.
But you're still basing off the thing you don't want it to be based off of.
Well, there's an underlying opinion that I have that at some point you should try to focus on becoming a productive member of society in whatever way that you can contribute, be it to your family or to those that you have to take care of. For instance, I don't.
But you're still figuring that out right now. You're here at 30.
Right.
Now finally figuring that out for yourself as the next version of you.
I might have a controversial opinion on this, but I don't necessarily believe that once you hit a certain age, you should still be throwing it all into the wind because you want to be a painter. I think if you have like a kid that needs food on the table, get to the job and make your, excuse my language.
Sure.
Get to the job and make a check and take care of what you got to take care of.
Of course.
But I'm saying until all that hits and up until you have the point where you have to make a responsible choice in life, I don't agree necessarily with moving back with your folks at 30. See, what I'm talking about is not necessarily that I have the capacity to make these changes and make these choices in my own life, but that other people do. And I want them to realize that before they end up being 30 and they have to do some shit.
Okay, great. So I'm 45.
Right.
I got 3 kids, got a wife.
Yeah.
I hate my life. I'm an accountant. What do I do?
And see, and that's the point of controversy that I think I hold is that, you need to find some inner peace at this point. Because you got 3 kids.
Just stay where you are?
I think if you're 45, you have 3 mouths to feed and you have a wife that relies on you to help her put lights on, and you made some decisions in your life that brought you here, own up to those and figure out but don't go and say, hey, you know what, I always wanted to be an opera singer. So, like, you guys figure that out. This is on me.
Yeah, okay,
now.
but dude, you're going way to, like, massive extremes.
True, I know.
Just to prove a point, which of course, great, yeah, you're 45, you're not going to be an NBA player anymore.
Right,
like, there's no way to do it. But what's the alternative? You spend the next 50 years hating your life?
No.
Waiting till retirement or your kids get out of university and then you go off and chase the thing down?
There is one thing that I think a lot of people need to work on achieving, and that's some mental serenity and understanding what life is and what life isn't. And I don't necessarily think that life is all about achieving your own personal ambitions. I think that that's a great aspect to follow.
Okay, great. So what's the message then to your kids? You think you're
to
gonna
my kids is to
no. Take
go for that.
Take the example. So you're
Yeah,
45. Yeah, go for that.
No.
Well, I hate my life for the next 50 years, but you guys go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because
They're
look
not going
at
to
the
listen
point.
to what you're saying. They look at what you do. The only
Yeah.
way you inspire them is if you hate your life so much and they decide, I'm never going to be like my dad because he hated his life. That's going to be your message?
Right. Well,
Dude.
not as solemn, not as. See, now you're going to extremes also in a way.
No, but that's most of America, dude. No.
I do
that's
believe
most
that's
of
most of
America.
America, yeah.
95% of America hates their life.
Right, and they train their kids saying, see, in my situation, I had looking at what my parents were doing with their lives and looking, for instance, my mom is a grinder and she would wake up at 5:30 in the morning and drive 2 hours to a job that she hated and then get off at 7 and drive back home and put food on the table and just bust her ass, but it killed her. And I looked at that and I thought, I never want to be like that. But at the point where I asked about what, would you support me, whether or not I wanted to be in a company or I wanted to be, let's just say, an artist, I forget what I wanted to be at that time. And the answer from her was, no, you need to figure out how to support yourself ASAP and get out of the house and do that because we can't be doing this for you. We're not here for you in that aspect. Mm-hmm. We brought you to 18. Obligation there is done. So
that's where it comes from.
I might have a controversial opinion on this, but I don't necessarily believe that once you hit a certain age, you should still be throwing it all into the wind because you want to be a painter.
So what's the message then to your kids? You think you're
To
gonna
my kids is to
no.
go for that.
Take the example. So you're
Yeah,
45.
that's true.
Yeah, go for that.
No.
Well, I hate my life for the next 50 years, but you guys go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because
They're
look
not gonna
at the
listen
point.
to what you're saying. They're gonna look at what you do. The only
Yeah.
way you inspire them is if you hate your life so much and they decide I'm never gonna be like my dad because he hated his life. That's gonna be your message,
Right. Well,
dude.
not as solemn. Not as. See, now you're going to extremes also in a way.
No, but that's most of
proves your
America,
point.
dude. No.
I do
that's
believe
most
that's
of
most
America.
of America. Yeah.
95% of America hates their life. But I think the 45-year-old with 3 kids has a responsibility to go off and chase down their dream and take chances. Yeah, because 50 years is actually teaching the wrong message. The next 50 years of you hating your life and knowing you could have done more and never took the chance, and no matter what you say to your kids, they're never gonna listen to you because they see you being miserable. You'll be miserable. And when you come home and you're miserable, there's no way you're a great father. If you've just resigned to the fact that this is your life, there's no way you're bringing the best of yourself.
The way you do, you speak to entrepreneurs, people who have that ambition, and from what I analyze other entrepreneurs or successful businessmen and women, you mentioned that you had sold a business at 22, was it? That validated you, that qualified you for speaking. Say, in a general populist sense, didn't it? Would you say
I validated
it did?
myself.
Okay.
You have enough.
However, showing up, having done nothing
You have
in
enough,
your
dude.
life.
You've done stuff in your life.
True.
You done a lot. What do you want to help
That
people
was
with?
the need.
You want
That
to
was the
help
need.
people from 18 to 20 condo, because I like being close. Because I don't want to be in some crazy room and then like everybody else is somewhere else. I like the intimacy of a condo. And so is your life actually, you're talking about feeding mouths? Great. Yes, of course. But actually, survival is such a low bar for most people compared to what their life they're trying to live. For your survival is way less than what you're making right now.
Right.
You just want your fancy place and the travel and the car and the clothes and all that. But none of that actually leads to a happier family.
Right.
What you're talking about, responsibility and mouths to feed. Okay, you have food that you're giving them as healthy-ish, right? You know, you've got an internet bill to pay. You've got heating and electricity. But could you live in a place this size? Absolutely. Maybe it's even going to bring you closer as a family.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
As opposed to the once a year Disney trip where you take your kids to because you're working so hard to maintain this lifestyle that you don't want to have anymore. So I'm saying if you pare down, there's different paths to do it. It's harder for you because you're an all-in guy versus slowly making your way through it.
Right.
So being an all-in guy.
I'm like wishing that I had answered that question differently at this point because it would make everything that I want to do so much easier. But the truth is, yeah, I'm an all-in guy when it comes down to it. Yeah.
No, but that's great. The beauty of an all-in guy is when you're all in, you go fast. You will crush it way faster than somebody who like slowly has to tinker. Dude, I had my YouTube channel 10 years ago. It's taken me so long to get all this stuff to happen because I'm not an all-in guy. You could go much faster. You can crush guys like me. You just have to decide to go off and do it. Your problem is you're going to sit and hem and haw and plan, and 5 years go by, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
But I think the 45-year-old with 3 kids has a responsibility to go off and chase down their dream and take chances. Yeah, because 50 years is actually teaching the wrong message. The next 50 years of you hating your life and knowing you could have done more and never took the chance, and no matter what you say to your kids, they're never going to listen to you because they see you being miserable. You'll be miserable. And when you come home and you're miserable, there's no way you're a great father.
Right.
If you've just resigned to the fact that this is your life, there's no way you're bringing the best of yourself. When you are fulfilled and satisfied, when I have a great day at work, I'm a better husband. I'm a better friend. I just am. When I have a crappy day at work, then I'm short and I'm snappy and I have attitude and I'm not bringing the best of myself to my other relationships. So now you're 45 years old and you hate your life. Imagine another 50 years of that. You're going to be negative and you can resign and like, okay, well, this is my life. Okay, amazing. This sucks. But that's where most people go. You're not going to bring the best to anybody. No, especially knowing you could have done more. You're sitting here knowing that 5 years ago you could have started this and had an impact, and you didn't. Now multiply that times 10 with the next 50 years, you could have done something you never did. There's no way you bring the best to your girlfriend or future wife or future kids, grandkids, great-grandkids. The guy who never made it.
Fulfilled, right?
Yeah, your message is take chances. And then you have to live it, and it's at any age. Responsibly.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to go take chances.
Right.
You're gonna have to. Like when you're 45, this is your nightmare coming true. You're gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be 45, married, with 2 kids, and mouths to feed, and want to make a shift.
Yeah.
Because you're not the kind of guy who just wants to do the same thing, photocopy my life every day.
Right.
You're not. Some people, they can do that. Wake up, go every day, they fish, they come back, they're happy. Wake up, go fish, come home, they're happy. They're happy. I got nothing to do. I got nothing to help you with if you're happy. But you don't want to photocopy your life every day. So you will be 45 with 2 kids and a wife and want to make a shift. Your nightmare is coming true. You're literally going to screw yourself over unless you change your thinking. You have to go off and take chances. And you're an all-in guy, which makes it harder. So you'll have to go off and do something else. And hopefully you're with a wife and kids that if you have to go from an 8,000 square foot home back to 1,300 square feet because you did something crazy, that may even bring you closer together. Because it's not about the money and the vacations and the cars and all that. It's about how you guys interact together. It's about back to love. Now, hopefully you don't do something crazy, stupid, and risk everything. I would go all in on my time, my energy, my effort, but not money.
Right.
When I start something, it's me going and doing it without spending money on something. So there's strategies you can use, but it's take chances for life. You don't want to be the guy who's giving that message of now I've got it all figured out. I screwed up from 18 to 25, and then I figured my life out from 25 to 30, now I've got it figured out. Because you don't have it figured out. Because you don't feel the purpose in what you're doing. And you're showing them your vacations and your lifestyle that you know inside is not fulfilling. So you're preaching the wrong, you'll never feel satisfied preaching that message.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
And so it's take chances for life. And it may be easier when you're 18 to 25. It's easier, you have less responsibilities, but the message is still take chances for life. I'm here taking a chance. I'm afraid to come up and speak. I'm worried that I'm gonna fail. And I thought of maybe doing 4 years of Toastmasters before doing this, but I realized this is the way to go. Like you have to take chances. So that becomes your message. Take chances. And that's inspiring. And people will look at that, and some people older I'll look at that and say, damn, I gotta take a chance. Even though your core audience is 18 to 25.
Right.
For now, but as you get into your 50s, maybe 18 to 25 isn't your thing anymore. Maybe this is a turning point. 18 to 25, I screwed everything up. 25 to 30, I got my life in order and thought I had it made, but realized I screwed it all up again because it wasn't purpose-filled.
Yeah.
Right? And now 30 to 35, I figured it out and we did it all purpose-filled.
Right.
Right? You're
Yeah.
constantly changing it. It's great.
Yeah. I dig it, man. Thank you.
Cool, man.
I appreciate you.
Cheering for you, man.
All right. I don't really need to ask any of my other questions. We did some good work here. Thank
Got
you
it down.
again, brother.
Love it, dude.
If you want to spend some one-on-one time with me, I have a special offer happening right now. Go check out the website right next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.